Mm-hmm. And they say they getting out the way. Yeah, mm-hmm. You know, people think that these kids think it's cute. It ain't cute. You know, we love our kids, but that's a responsibility. Mm-hmm. Mm. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm inviting some people now. I'm had to I'm talking to you all, but I'm trying to invite them now so that they can come on in. And if they come on in, we'll be ready prepared. I almost missed the show because I was dog sleep. My wife said, "You got a show, don't you?" I said, "Oh yeah, I got a show. I gotta go do the show. Let me get up. And so, you know, so I'm gonna make sure I send out these invitations. And let me put I'm on tonight. Put it there. On tonight. So I put them links in. I don't see Cowboy over here. He must be over here. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So yeah. I don't know. Hey, and all the kids, how you feeling? You know, when the show started in about 20 more minutes, I'll be able to, I don't want to say it over again, you know, and I do the pre-shows, so I'll be pre-starting, trying to see if anybody gonna come in. But I got a whole lot of stuff I'm gonna be talking about tonight. And yeah, not a whole lot of stuff, but just some different ideas, situations, I don't know if any, and you know, oh yeah, Donna, because you know, I have my church service on the first and the third Thursday of every month at 6:15 Central. I don't know what that'll be your time, but I'm working out some technical issues with the people that's in the audience and the people that's online. I gotta get that corrected, and so that I don't have them issues, because I want you all to be able to hear just like everybody else in the audience. I'm pretty sure I got it down pat right now, but I won't know until I do another show. To go and so that's just a plug for the church, the Love of Christ ministry. I might this week I might use my laptop to do a live broadcast so that I can show a video clip of my what my church stands for, because a lot of people said that they want to be a part of the church in the international community, as far as people on YouTube all across the world, you know, people like you and people up in over there in Canada. So I want them to know who, if they're going to follow the church, that what the church about, you know, so they can understand that I'm about the truth. I'm about the truth, and I'm about telling people what's going on right now, not just giving them what they want to hear, but giving them what they need to hear. Giving them the whole role, not just talking about the good things. Yeah. And so, I'm hoping somebody come on tonight, but if they don't, I guess I don't know if anybody that's on the chat line, have they tried to link any of the guests. I sent Cowboy and all of them a link. I'm hoping that link works. Sometimes these links be acting funny. And I'll know in a minute, I guess. Somebody give me a text message and tell me something that's going on. Hold on. I still don't see no no acceptance to the show tonight. I sent Stone Bender one. Hey, Sandy. Let's see. I don't know. And them links may not be working. I don't know. Let's see. But I'm gonna get it working one way or the other. If I had to do it like a call in. But we've been having these hacks, people hacking people's account. So I have no choice but to do it the way I'm doing it, because I'd be dog if somebody hacked my live stream. Because they do what they want to do, and we have to be careful. I don't know. It may be too loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. Let me see. That should be fine. I hope it is. I'm trying to see if anybody texting me, telling me what's going on. Ain't nobody came in, so. And I don't see nobody typing but you, Nauticus. Normally have multiple people typing. So ain't nobody telling me if they can see me. I know you can see me. I don't know about them. Cowboy done changed his picture. Hope he done changed his picture. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? And so, how you doing? How you doing? Things happen. I mean, anybody that hacks anybody's stuff and show porn and be disruptive to the community, they're nothing but a devil worshiper or devil believer, because most of the stuff that we do on here is talking about waking people up to get them right with God and opening their eyes up to put away they negative thoughts and hatred and having joy and peace. And I love you too, man. Jay. I'm trying to see. I done sent them out. Let me see if it works on my phone. I'm gonna type on it and see if I can get in. So yeah, I was able to get in, so it works. Yeah, it works. Hey, Jason.
Hey, how's it going?
You got it. Come on.
I don't think that's on my end. Hold on.
What'd you say, Jason?
I had an echo.
No, that was me testing it out, making sure the link worked.
Oh.
I was making sure that I can people can use the link, because wasn't nobody coming in, so I'm trying to see.
Yeah, Michelle gave me a call.
Say it again.
Go live right now. Waiting on me, you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm live now. I'm just trying to sort out some things. Cause, hey, Jason, you got a brand new mic? Cause I can't really hear you. Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me mute this. I got both of my ears on. I can't hear nothing you're saying.
Oh.
Hold
Well, let me
on.
switch over to my computer.
And maybe I don't think it's the volume because I can hear everything. Did y'all hear Jason or was he kind of low? So I know the link worked. It's about 15 minutes to the time I start. So
Let me,
yeah. Hey
me
Joey,
switch
how
over.
you doing? Hey. How you feeling, man? Hey, that's my guy there. That's my guy. He been following me for so long. He was there for a minute. That's my guy. Oh boy. Hey, Brian Stone. Great stream so far. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really trying to wait on some more voices. I guess they forgot. I guess because what's going on. But what have you? I almost forgot. My wife had to tell me, man, you supposed to be on live tonight. I said, oh yeah, I do supposed to be on live. Let me get everything together real fast. Yeah, I used to love that time. I used to love all them live concerts I used to do. But like I say, and that was the time when I was really connected to just you all in the chat. I really wasn't doing any hangout shows. Yeah, but I think people they like that, but they want to hear just more than me. So I try to invite other people ideas and thoughts. But yeah, I remember them shows when I used to sing. Oh yeah, it's cold. That's one thing I want to talk about is that when we get started, hoping somebody come in, but if not, I can do it on my own. I got about 10 minutes. Yeah, me too. And so I want to save all that for the show so I ain't got to say it over again. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, he just said that. No, man, why he keep repeating himself? And I will say, man, that I want to go over all the AI products that's being released and how much AI is being implemented so fast and how this year is a year of revealing for AI. How long have I seen the Mandela Effect? Brian Song asking me. Oh, you asking Floyd? Oh, okay. Cause I've been seeing. I was just looking at some of my videos, man. I've been in this thing. Lord Jesus, almost over 3 years now, man. Over that. Strong, man. I mean, I think when I first came in, it was only photo. This other guy that was doing it, he's very dramatic. We had Moneybag 73. We had Photo Helix. We had Harmony. and EYA, and Michelle, the lady with the glasses. She do them a lot. She don't really interact with the community as much, but she do them a lot. We had this other guy, I forgot his name. I'm gonna get all them guys' names together so I can know their names. And so it was about at least 15 people in the beginning, and then Brian, and I came in right after EYA, and I hate to say it, but Wendy Williams was in the community heavy until she went rogue and flipped the script somehow. But she was in the community heavy back then, and we done seen a whole lot of people go and leave, but we still have some pillars that's been here. So from the beginning of that I know of, the one that's been consistent for so many years. Yeah, EYE is awesome. I remember when I first got in, I didn't know nothing about how to do videos. So I used to follow her coattail a little bit. And she said, "Hey man, is you copying my videos?" I said, "No ma'am, I'm not copying your videos. I'm just giving a man's perspective on what you're talking about with a different spin on it." And so I told her I love what you do, and that's why when you look up to somebody, sometimes you get some of their DNA on you. And so as I kept going, I found my own way, and that's how I've been keeping it. Keeping it my way. I don't really try to bring up stuff that people already talked about, because in this community, people are very sensitive to when they find something or when they get aware of something that they want recognition or stuff like that. And I tell people, you can have anything that I talk about. It don't bother me, because this Mandela effect don't belong to me. And so I understand they want credit on their hard work. And each is on. That's why God give us different makeup. He makes us all different because we have our own unique way of addressing this phenomenon, and our own unique. Everybody can't be like Preliminal and Moneybag 73. We got them, and it can't be like Brian and EYA, and even me. We all have our own perspective on how we do present this phenomenon, and it's unique in every perspective. It's unique. It's awesome. And so, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I got 5 more minutes. I'll wait. Hold on. And so, trying to see if anybody gonna come in, but if not, we could just talk. But and so I got 4 minutes. And so I really want to give all of the people that's been in it so long their flowers while they can hear them and see them and smell them, and God said that don't exalt yourself, let somebody else. Okay, cowboy. Let somebody else exalt you. And so I want to give everybody their flowers, because the people that came in the beginning, laid the foundation very good, and they've been doing a great job. We may, we may not be spunky like we was at the beginning, but we try to keep it consistent. Um, and so I'm trying to just take it. Sometimes you have to take a step back and breathe, because this situation and this Mandela effect it's getting faster. Things are speeding up. The cloud has been made and has been matured. And when I say the cloud, I mean the AI cloud is being matured, and that's why we all been switched to everything in the cloud. Cloud photos, cloud music, cloud this, cloud that, because it's going to be one central hub for everything. And the net is almost finished and almost ready to be deployed with unconditional authorities. That's why everybody and their mama is rushing to get this 5G up and running, because it wants to have instant access, instant speed, instant data transfer, so that they can talk to one another and relate to one another. And CERN is already building a collider that's going to be 3-4 times bigger than the one they already have. And just imagine what's going to happen when that big monster comes to fruition. They say they can peek into the other dimensions now. So what they're going to be able to do, put their whole foot in the door once they get this machine up and running. Well, like I said, this phenomenon, like I said a long time ago, he's changing laws and way the universe is governed. He's have access to manipulate it, and it's only the authority of God. God was gonna give him this kind of authority, and so he's the enemy is there to kill, steal, and destroy anyway, and divide and conquer anyway. And so what he's doing is he's mixing up mixing up people in half, meaning half of the population, or maybe a percentage of the population, know it the way it is now, and a percentage of the population know what it is was, and some of the percentage of the population remember duplicate memories, and some percentage of the population is cut up like a pie, meaning they have pieces of each individual segment. And so it's hard to pinpoint. Like I was just looking at my Google Photos, where I got other photos that's popping up in my photo gallery with me in it and my kids in it and my wife in it, and we don't remember ever taking that. And so they're taking things that's supposed to be what they call that, just our thoughts or our ideas, that's not active, and activating it. If you think of the ideas or your thought pattern when you make a decision, you have different options that you have to choose from your disposal. And when you choose the option, that's be the path that you're on. But according to the quantum mechanics, everything that you had in your thought could have been a reality, but it's a dead thought. It's not an active thought. It's only what you did that become active. And so what they're doing is seeming to take your other thoughts and utilizing it, activating the other choice. Like, I believe Coca-Cola may have wanted to put a dot in their logo, but in their rough draft or in their thought pattern, they chose the swoosh, the little swiggling line. But what then happened is they then activated the other idea, and the world has been looped around the idea that was not active, and it's been activated. And that's why they say they can go into other dimensions and pull out information, because the other dimensions is the dead information that don't even supposed to be active. It's an idea. It's a thought. That's why God say, renew your mind and as a man thinketh, so is he. And so, if a man thinketh, and so is he, meaning what your thoughts are. Just why God said that you don't have to commit adultery physically to commit adultery. You can commit adultery in your thoughts, and just the thought of you doing it is something that He accepts as a active thing, even though you didn't do the thing. It's active because you thought on it. And so, that's why it says, you gotta watch how you think. You gotta, what you put your mind on.
Purchase your tracks today.
And so, these phenomena, it's if you look at it in a broad scheme of things as a big picture, you can really begin to piece the puzzle of how and the capability of it happening. But your mind has to expand beyond what you may think right now that's possible. I'm giving Jason seemed to be here.
That's me.
Hey, cowboy.
Hey.
So, it's explaining, and it's easy to put your mind on it when you broaden your thought pattern. That's why a lot of people say, how you understand it so well? Because I always thought different, and then they telling you exactly how they can do it, but we can't wrap our minds around it because our thoughts supposed to be ideas that's not active if we don't activate on them. But even God said that if you think on the thing or think on committing adultery, that you have done it even though you didn't do it physically. It was just in your thoughts. And so if he takes that as a active thing, all the things that we think or the choices that we have made stay active, but they're not in our reality. They just happen in the background as residue. And what I believe that the enemy has created as a residue recovering residue that don't even supposed to be accessed. And so the reason why the people in Coca-Cola or upper management don't see it, because when the residue be accessed and they change this narrative of Coca-Cola, the people that have made them decisions, their whole mindset changes with the change because their other thoughts have been activated. And so they don't see no difference because that was in their thought pattern or in their file cabinet anyway. And so, to get away from that a little bit, okay, Riley. What you got to say, Cowboy? You got anything?
Well, I was just listening to what you're saying, and I think it's kind of, plays right along what they do on all the movies. Look at how the sitcoms went from like I Love Lucy with the couple in the separate beds, right? To now it's like man and woman in the same bed, and divorce and cheating, and it's just normal. Mm-hmm. So, if just your thoughts of, being with another person that's married is against God, these shows do everything they can to make you look at them in a desirable way. It's like you don't even know you're doing it, and you're doing it. You think it's harmless, and people fall in love with movie stars. They fall in love with people that portray what they're pushing on you. They're not playing themselves in these roles, So yeah, it's just prominent how they're pushed and shoving down just everybody through every outlet they can,
Yeah, and so
unplug the cable. You'd be amazed how many probably people in our community don't watch TV. And I was watching a stream on that the other day, Extreme Reality Check. Did a great video on that, talking about once that you get unplugged from their MK Ultra and programming you start waking up more and more to the reality of like how we should be. And that's why you see so many people in our community and other communities that don't watch TV. They seem to grasp more of the reality instead of getting that sheeple herded movement. You know what I mean?
And so and that's how I look at it. I look at it that people got to realize that these things, they're happening, but you have to deal with it a certain way. Like I was telling the pastor I was talking to today, he get angry when I talk about the Mandela Effect, and I tell him, I say, first of all, you gotta have the whole role. You can't just have just your part. You can't have the good without the bad. They all work intangible. And if you really want to know, like I told him, I say that when you're a child, they don't have to teach you how to be bad. That comes natural. They got to teach you how to do good. They have to teach you the right way. So training up child the way it should go. And so, bad is easy to do. It's easy to do bad. It's easy to go down the wrong path. And so, we have to be very, we have to be seen to do good. And so, you got to teach people the whole role. I say you can't get to the battle as won until you go through the battle. Yes, we know what the end going to entail, but some people that's going through the battle are going to be taken down because they don't see, and they don't know how to prepare themselves. They don't even understand what's happening, and so yes, God is going to win at the end. We know what the end is, but we ain't at the end. We can't look to what the future is. God said, "Live today as your last." Not wait till He come and gonna win the war. If we in the war, we got to know how to fight the war. We got to know how to survive in the war. We got to know how to resist in the war. We got to know how to stand tall in the war. We got to know how to be obedient in the war. We got to know how to listen in the war, when to shut up in the war. And so you're talking about what the victory gonna be at, but you ain't even been to the war. And so how can you get to the end without going through the war? You can't skip steps. I say, and I say, yes, I tell them that we got the victory, but when God gives authority and permission, we got to know when He giving authority and permission so that we know what to look for, how to go through, how to live through, how to stay through, how to be through, and how to have victory. Because if he give him the kind of authority He gave Job, or even according to what I'm reading in Revelation, He's gonna get more authority than God gave him with Job. Because Job, he was not allowed to take Job's life, but in Revelation, the devil's gonna have he ain't gonna have no strings, no boundaries. And so if he don't have any boundaries, that's why God said, don't worry about who can kill the body, worry about who can kill the soul. We have to be real saints, not just no ain'ts or just talk a good game without being a good game. We gotta be able to take one on the cheek, because I'm talking to somebody else and say, man, if somebody step on my feet, I'm gonna hit them back. But that means you ain't got there yet. God said if somebody hits you on your left cheek, give them your right cheek. So we gotta get to a point where our physical well-being is not more important than God's work. And it's gonna be hard for a lot of people to take that way, because their physical is all they know. And so when somebody's hurting you, you're gonna say ouch. How many people are gonna be like Jesus? Like He said, we're gonna bear our own cross. How many people are gonna be able to say, I forgive them, they know not what they do? Or let people spit and misuse you. He said that we're gonna be persecuted for His name's sake. He done gave us these forewarnings. And so are we ready for that battle? Are we going to take it on the shoulder like that movie I like with Denzel Washington, Glory? How they was hitting him, and he wasn't flinching. Yeah, and eventually, yeah, he cried, he broke down, but he didn't. He still stayed there and went through his trauma, and then he got a whole lot of slashes. But how many of us gonna be able to take our slashes for God? We done been in this. We've been under God's grace and mercy so long, but when He allowed the enemy to attack us without His mercy there, then what? What you gonna stand on? You gonna be able to stand? Is you gonna be able to do the power that God gave you? He gave you power and authority. Are you going to use it, or are you going to fold? That's why God said a lot of people, His believers, are going to barely make it in, because a lot of people going to fold. A lot of people going to say, man, look, all of this God thing, the devil is showing me something that I ain't never seen before. Well, Jesus showed people what they never seen before. And a lot of people saved, and a lot of people still, His people still ended up crucifying Him. It wasn't the people that was against Him, it was His own people. And so when the devil come and say his lying signs and wonders, what are we going to follow? Are we going to follow what we see or what we know in our heart? Because, He going to show us these things. He going to give these miracles. Like my cousin said, she heard on the news the other day that AI can restore sight to the blind, be able to make the blind see. Ain't that a miracle that Jesus did? But they using a different format, because see, in today's society, we don't look at miracles like they used to be. We need some scientific proof and how and where and who and how and could and how it happened. We need everything to be aligned. And so if this AI is capable of doing it, it can explain to you how it did that. So now it's no longer it's a miracle, but it's an explained miracle. Everybody want to know how and why and give me all of the what they call that, the evidence. when some evidence is not possible. I can't tell you how Jesus raised the dead. He just did. There's no scientific explanation or no mathematical equation on how he raised Lazarus from the dead. There's no mathematical equation that I can give you how he walked on water. But we're in a society that everybody has to see something. And that's why I believe the AI is the Antichrist, because it can explain to you exactly how it's doing it through mathematics and quantum mechanics. And people are going to fall for that because it's an explanation.
Well, you know, the other big thing, a way to get ahead in this world is to lie. You know, I've raised my boys not to lie. You know, it's my pet peeve. But you know, I have zero tolerance for that, right? And so I'm talking to my son today, and you know, my lease is up, and so I'm looking at different options, and I go look at this place and fill out a car application, and you know, because of my situation, my credit went to hell. You know, and only 4 months on a new job, and all this. So the guy found a bank, and they're going to give me the loan, but I didn't know it was an interview. I thought he just wanted more information. And he started talking about some of my debts that, you know, that have gone in collections. This is only like a couple. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I told him that, hey, you know, when I get back on my feet, you know, I'll start working plans out with you to work out the payment. I said, on the other hand, I have other people that told me I should look into doing bankruptcy. I'm weighing my options. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, apparently, I should have lied. Apparently, I should never have said the word bankruptcy. Didn't say I was going to do it. Just thought I would look into it. And so I got denied because I used the bankruptcy. The guy on the interview didn't say, well, you know, if you plan on doing a bankruptcy, we're not going to put the loan through. No, there was no conversation like that. I get a call back from the dealership, and they're like, why would you say that? Because he asked me a question, and I told the truth. That's why. And I was talking to my son. I'm like, see, this is how our world is set up. Our world is set up to where liars get ahead. Truthers, you're on the street. You don't get a car. Doesn't matter that you bought out 3 homes and 10 car loans and all this stuff. But you know what? Nah. You missed 4 or 5 payments, you're in the hole, you're on the street. Oh, you want help? Fine. Better lie to them and tell them something that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
This world is set up for failure.
Yeah, I mean, and like you say, you was just being honest.
That's what I told my son. I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. You know why? Because God will provide. I'm not going to lie to get ahead. You know what? I'm going to tell the truth. That's the truth. And I was like, why would he even care? I never missed a payment. You know, well, I missed a payment on my car, but my car is up to payment on my lease, and I'm turning it in. Fine. Don't owe anything on it. All up to date. I'm like, so if I claimed bankruptcy, I wouldn't get to keep the car, right? I need the car to get to work. So that would be the one thing I would not put under the bankruptcy. Why would I go get a car and then put it under bankruptcy when I need the car? Because I would lose the car. It doesn't make any sense.
And they don't understand that.
They just, it's one of those, like, oh, he said bankruptcy run. Dude, really? I said I was looking at my options. I said I didn't pull the trigger yet, obviously. I'm still looking at getting out of the situation. That was enough. Yeah. And I told my son, don't ever waver, son. You just keep telling the truth, man. You know, take it for what it is and deal with it how it comes, but do not get ahead in this world for lying.
And you're right. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like I tell people now, I don't lie about nothing. I get on the phone and I think you lying to me. I'm gonna tell you why you lying to me. I told a TV person, I said, you told me 24 to 48 hours. It's been 5 days. I said, if you didn't know when it was gonna be, don't tell me a lie, 'cause I don't like liars.
Right.
And I told him, I say, if you don't understand, just tell me it's gonna be a time, 3 to 5, 7 business days, and if it's a little longer, we had some other issues. Don't just lie to me because that's something you think I want to hear.
Right.
And they don't understand. I guess they don't understand the importance of not lying.
Well, you know, when I worked in the technical service customer service department at my last job, is before I moved up to sales at VSP, you know, the lab had gone through some changes, and there were some things that difficult, and a lot of the reps, they didn't know how to handle the calls. And I just got on the phone like, this is it. Look, your jobs came in online and they went into space. It just in a cloud. And the new system couldn't pull it down. So the only way we're gonna be able to get your orders out is we're waiting for people to call in and tell us that they had put an order in. You know what? They were like, oh, okay, I get it. Instead of like making up stuff and trying to make them happy, and I was like, hey, this is what happened out of our hands. This computer glitch thing. The computers didn't talk. Your order for 30 days disappeared, and now it's going to start. Sorry, I know the patient's going to be pissed. Sorry. I'll say it. Say the truth. You know, I've always been that way. I would rather take the brunt, take it up front for telling the truth than having to worry about it down the road and whether I get away with it or the double consequence. I've always taught my boys that, like, all right, this is what you did wrong. The punishment for that is this. The fact that you lied to me, right, is now 10 times worse. See that? See what happens when you lie in your cut? Now it's like, no. Now, if you would have just come clean at the beginning, by the way, which already knew, then your punishment would have been small, you would have been out already, right? And so they got to the point where, like, I would ask them questions and they would tell me, and I would look at them like, so that's exactly what happened? And they look at me like, yeah, Dad, of course, because I already know you know. So why am I going to lie to you? I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's the lies. Everybody lie to each other. You know.
And that's why I tell people all the time, I don't trust none of this stuff the government doing. All of them lying. But a lot of people they get mad at me, think I'm following Trump. But what I told them, I say, because we know all them lying, you got to take what they give you and I guess take whatever good come out of it and use that. You know, they lying anyway, so they don't give you anything good. You know, okay, then you got to outweigh the good and the bad, I guess. And I told a person that's a Trump hater or whatever, I say if he's redoing the NAFTA deal, which people don't even know what the NAFTA deal is, where that's why all our jobs went overseas because of the NAFTA deal. And he renegotiating that deal for America's benefit to bring our jobs back. Hey, that's good and great. Now, all the other negative stuff that he do and all the other stuff that he doing, you know, I can't worry about that. But if he's trying to bring the steel mill jobs back and bring some of these manufactured jobs back that was lost because of the NAFTA deal, then, you know, that's great. You know, you got to outweigh the good and the bad. I don't trust none of them. But that right there, I agree with. Just like I don't agree about the government shutdown and all that, but I agree. If we know we got an entry in our country and they getting through to the places that's not secure, common sense would tell you to secure them. Why would you start building a half a door and leave the other half open. Cause that's the whole trick about this wall thing, is because they already building parts of a wall. They may not be building a fortress of closing down the whole central border or what have you, but they already building parts of the wall. And so I don't get it. That's like they lying about the wall to make that in people's psyche, and it ain't got nothing to do with the wall.
Well, that's just it. It's like if you start getting into the hate Trump, love Trump, hate Hillary, love Hillary, hate Obama, love Obama conversation, then you're already lost to the system. You're already part of the system.
Right.
Now, we can look at it and go, we know that Trump's part of the system. But yeah, what good? Because there's got to be some good that comes out of this. Otherwise, they can't keep putting these people in because the people won't have it.
That's
There
right.
has to be some good that comes out of it. And he will get his bad as well. And it's that balance of like each president that comes in is selected, what they do to help out certain classes of people, certain areas of the country, certain states, cities, so forth, and then other states and countries, they might get screwed over at that time, or companies or whatever, workforce, right? Unemployment, the tax rate, everything, right? It's just, they just keep like juggling the balls. And it's like, okay, these guys are happy and these guys aren't. These guys are happy and then you get that division again, and then, you're absolutely right. My views on it, but yeah, don't get caught up in arguing with your brothers and sisters over who's the president. Just take what good they do, embrace it, and then what bad they do. I mean, yeah, well, there's avenues obviously to express yourself, but in my opinion, they ain't gonna go anywhere. They're gonna do it. The plans that they set forth. I've worked for a major corporation, multi-billion-dollar corporation, right? What they do, when they release something, let's say in March, that has been in the works for 2 years already. That's something they just go, let's put this together and put it out. So you're just talking about the corporation. When you're talking about the corporation of America, the plans set forth today have been plans that have been made years and years ago. And are using the right people to implement at the time to do that.
Yeah, not like I say, I don't get caught up in that because they gonna do what they do, no matter if you like it or not. And so, like I say, you gotta outweigh the good and the bad, and cause they gonna be bad no matter how you look at it, no matter what you no matter how much you think you're gonna change it, it's still gonna be the way they want it to be.
Well, this is my point as why I always try to point out to people why your vote doesn't really count. I mean, bottom line, common sense. If you have a major company and they have a CEO, right? And the CEO is interviewed by, let's say, a board of trustees, right? Or if it's a private company, certain owners, investors, right? Depending on what the company is, right? They then interview them and they select your CEO. Now, it's not like they go, here's your candidates for your CEO, and people are going like, well, I have kids, a lot of kids, so I want that CEO because he's going to lower the amount of money that comes out of my pocket each month for benefits for my children and so forth. The other person's like, I want my own, screw that. I want more vacation time, or, I want, extra holiday, or, you know what I mean? And then, so if you look at presidents, you got Hillary, pushing her agenda with the homosexuality thing, right? And then, so what, all the homosexuals, they want her in because, well, she's for homosexual. Well, what does that have to do with the best thing for your country? Financially and growth-wise and protection and and everything like that. Nothing. But that's who they're going to vote for because of that. Or Trump. There's always been the Republican Democrat. Right? Like, Republicans are going to lower the taxes for the rich. The rich are always the wealthy people are always Republicans, and the Democrats are always the people that are the lower class. They need higher wages and less taxes and less inflation. And it's like, so does your vote count based off of you're going to vote for whatever appeals to you personally beyond the whole scope of what the president actually does as a CEO of the corporation? No. So there's no way your vote counts.
Hey, Stone Bender said send him a link. I sent everybody a link in the what's name, but send him.
All right, let me send it to you right now.
And I wanted to talk about this weather phenomenon that's going on. That
I know.
22, 25 degrees below zero. What the world really going on? 25 degrees. But see, that ain't even the conundrum. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, or I'm trying to sound like I'm educated. but the whole thing is, in 2 days it's gonna be 50 degrees. How do we do that? That's not normal. How do you go from, that's 75 degrees difference in 2 days? And people don't see that? People say, well, it ain't gonna be nothing but 45 to 50 degrees. I don't care. You was just a negative 25 degrees 2 days earlier. Where'd that come from? That's not how weather works.
No, and I'm sitting there looking. I looked at the map today of the United States. Like from where I am down to Southern California, lower part of Arizona, the bottom section of Texas, and kind of underneath along the Gulf. Fine. Everything else is in purple, below zero. I mean, almost the entire country is below zero. And there is people, Stonebender in New York, no work today, 10 inches of snow. Our Wisconsin office, no work today. They lost power because of the snowstorm in Wisconsin. I have an Alabama account closed for 2 days. In Alabama, a case model was talking about our kids having a snow day today in Tennessee. This is crazy. This is not normal. There's nothing normal about this.
Yep.
Speaking of not normal, you guys reading me?
Yeah, hey, Stone.
Hey, snowstone.
Going. Snowbender. Thanks, E-Man.
Yeah.
How's it going, cowboy?
Good, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, man.
Good, man.
We got some stuff going on, and like I say, this is bigger than just the Mandela Effect. Mandela Effect is just a piece of the puzzle. And like I tell people, all of it is intertwined with one another. These government shutdowns, these are seem to be training ops or practice for something bigger. And like I told somebody, even if when the government did open, they got their data, or they done caused enough problems already. People have lost their Section 8 and food stamps already. And so even if it's not at a mass scale like it would have been, they still not in the clear, because ain't nobody talking about when the government closed down in 2 more weeks. Because I ain't heard nobody doing no funding bills or no voting on the spending bills. They only open the government for negotiation. Have they passed the budget resolution? Have they? And so people think they still in the clear. No, you might still not be in the clear. Now you may be in the clear, but I ain't heard nobody talk about no budget resolutions and no funding being released that's not going to be suspended next time they close the government? And so, yeah, man, it's a whole lot of things that's intertwined with one another. You know, these lies, this Mandela effect, the snow, the cold weather. You know, because like I told somebody earlier, I say you gonna see a whole lot of history making. Last 2 years, everything is first in history. We ain't never seen it before. Come on now, we've been on this planet how long? And you telling me you ain't never seen this before? Cause I mean, if you ain't never seen this before, it's abnormal. This ain't regular. This is not how it's supposed to be. Ain't nowhere in the world. Yes, even if it did get 22 below zero, maybe you can get below zero. Okay, good. We'll go with that. But you're not gonna give me no excuse of why Sunday is gonna be 40 to 50 degrees. No, no. Ain't nowhere in the world.
You know what? I'm looking at that cold weather, crazy cold weather all around the country. Like, you know, the result of that is going to be a lot of people that need to go out and fix things, frozen pipes, stuff like that. Some of them are maybe commercial buildings, and now you're talking government shutdown, which is being threatened again by Trump. So if that timing works out, if he said, you know, a couple weeks, he might have to shut it down again. Now that's going to make him even more unpopular. And in my opinion, they're trying to get just everybody against him.
Well, I mean, no, but see, but the whole point is, all of it is a theater. All of it is just to act. Everybody act like they don't like each other, and they all in the same pot. He was put there. He was put there on purpose for this division. He know it.
Oh yeah.
And the true people know it, but they don't hate each other like that. It's just what they make us believe. That's why.
Right, but the problem is people are starting to hate each other over him, and that's what they want.
Right.
Trump never. He knows he's not getting a wall. He knows behind the scenes. He knows no wall is going to be built. He knows that.
And they are. They building a wall. They just not building the wall he talking about. He wanted the wall. He wanted the wall to go from end to end. They already building a concrete barrier in parts of the wall already. They just not doing in a massive scale like he want. He want a unified wall, not in some parts you got steel, look like steel columns, and then you got a wall here. That's like ghetto. Hey, you gonna start building a door and build half of it. So I never got what even the purpose of them arguing about securing the border. I don't know what that argument goes. We waste money on everything else. We waste money on defense. We waste money on giving to countries for stuff that they want, but we can't waste money on our own country. I don't get it.
Sure. I mean, if people step back and think about it, like to build a wall, I don't know. I don't have the exact mileage on a wall like that, but it's got to be almost 1,000 miles, I think. And a wall like that wouldn't even be constructed in one term of presidency. And everybody knows that's how it works. You get one president, you get the next one in 4 years or 8 years, and they're going to stop the funding for that because they don't like it, because it goes left, right, left, right, left, right. And, you know, if you stand back and think about it, that whole thing is just ridiculous that people believe that wall is going to be built. And like I was saying, I think it was on your stream last time, the wall is built, and the wall is between people now, because people are unfriending each other on Facebook and everywhere else over, you know, Trump, this person, that person, left, right, that whole left-right paradigm. So that wall is being built. It's just an invisible wall, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we got barriers, and that's not only that. We got barriers in the home, walls in the home, walls in division of the kids, the walls in division in the schools. You know, kids stuck on their laptops and on their tablets, not even paying attention to their parents, and so it's a whole lot of isolation. We isolated with one another, but one thing we very what they call that we have became we have became absorbed with wanting to be accepted, and that's why everybody want to do FaceTime and Facebook and put all their information on what they eat and how they eat and what they doing, where they at. Are they in the bathroom? They went to the stove. I have a cousin right now. She turned on her camera every day for just no reason, just to be seen, just to be accepted. And we have became like babies. Like we need some attention. We need to look at me, see me. That's what all of this reality shows and these talent shows. You got so many doggone talent shows. I say, God, dog, who wanna be the baby and the best dancer? I mean, look at me, look at what I can do.
But you know who these people are, right? The ones that are in all these America's Got Talent and Survivor and all these those reality shows, right? They're part of the system. They're just lower branch, and that's how they get selected. Look, watch like America's Got Talent. Watch the ones that move through to the top. They're all putting out all their Illuminati signs, their colors, everything. I mean, it's very obvious that they're paying homage to who's got them there.
And look, and watch this. I ain't seen nobody say, who can win the most souls? Who can reach the most people to God? I ain't seen no reality on that. Let me see some miracles of God and reality. Let me see some of that.
No, the winner is the one that does demonic magic, black magic, big winner. Yeah.
But they're
Kardashians, you know.
Yeah. How many times have you went out and witnessed, told somebody to get how to get saved? But they want to do the preachers of Hollywood. That was just a spit in God's face, saying, "Yeah, you know them preachers that you've been giving your money to. Look how their houses look. Look what they got." So yeah, don't go to church now because you don't need no church. Because that's what they doing with the gift they say you giving to God.
Yeah, and the mainstream media just loves picking up on those preachers that have two houses and their congregation turns against them. I just saw this one thing, like this guy got beat up in church. He got attacked in church. I think it went viral. And it was because everybody saw what nice cars he had, and people were tired of it in his church. He wasn't giving back to the community. And, stuff like that happens for real.
Well, most of these people
and they put it out there to make Christianity look stupid.
Yep. And most of them are jailbirds or ex-pimps. And they say, okay, we can't do the pimping like we used to. Let's pimp God's people. Let's tell them some good stuff and make some nice noise and get their money. But I tell people all the time, if you're doing what God say do and you're doing it the right way, God gonna provide. God said, "Workman word is higher," but He didn't say live beyond your means. He didn't say go get no private jets and a mansion. What you need a mansion for? Yeah, okay.
The one guy's like, "Look how God has blessed me with this my new jet." And his his little leather jacket and everything. He's like, "Look at my jet. God's blessed me with all this." What?
I don't like them preachers when they say give your money to God. First of all, I ain't giving my money to God because He ain't gave me His address. I ain't got a 100 Heaven Avenue. I don't remember mailing nothing to God. He ain't tell you no. He ain't took no direct deposits from me or none of that. I'm giving that money to you, and you using God as a front.
Well, let's look at this. The only time I ever hear about money being given, right, is Jesus said, "Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's." Pay your taxes. That's his money. Give it back to him. Ain't nowhere does it say, give Caesar's money to me when you come. Yeah, there's tithing. Tithing is not about giving your money. Tithing was more about, hey, you need a house built? Hey, I'm gonna come help you build a house. I need some corn. You got some corn? Yeah, here's some corn. And within their community, giving through the church and spreading it throughout their community. It doesn't say give the church money. The money is not of God. That's why when you see in God we trust on a dollar bill, that's the biggest lie ever. Because it ain't my God. My God is not on no dollar bill. It ain't my God on the dollar bill. With the pyramid.
Right, but they want the association. They want the association that to be the biggest word in that phrase is God, and that's right on the money. So
yeah, look at it.
Associations that your money is God.
Mm-hmm.
You could read the fine print, but looking at it from far away, the only word you see is God on your money. That's what they want you to think of money, and that's the result of what we have today.
And that's what I tell people all the time, man. We have to be very, very careful of how people worship money, and even if they say they don't, so that they'll do anything for it and sell their kids and everything. And so we gotta know that's just put into place to make you worship it. Well, before we had them tenders or them notes, we used to trade for stuff. You got something I need, and I got something you need. Hey, here you go. That's what value ain't in that money. That money only got value because we assign value to it. It ain't nothing but some paper with number on it.
Yeah.
If I give you an iron and you give me a broom, that's got value because I can use that. That money ain't doing that. They burn money every day. Ain't nothing but some green ink with some designs on it. Yep, but like I say, man, people gotta realize you don't wanna get caught up in this world not getting God. And that's the only thing I preach here on the Mandela Effect. Yes, I don't try to be cause no kind of anxiety or no kind of anger or no kind of fear. I just want you to be ready, man. Love God with all your heart right now. Live today is your last. Don't worry about what tomorrow, what yesterday was, and what next week gonna be. I ain't worried about the government shutdown on the February 15th. I'm worried about making sure that if I go to sleep tonight, I go to heaven. And if you live every day like that, none of this stuff, you wouldn't have to worry about all that stuff. Because it's going to happen, like I told the pastor today, when the enemy come and God give him authority to do what he do, he going to do what he do. And we just got to be seen doing what we got to do. Making sure that we don't be bamboozled, tricked up, throwing a towel because of situations. That's why we should have been doing what God said to do with the tithes and offering, is putting some money in God's storehouse, so when we do go through these issues, we can have meat in His house, so that people need something to help them out. We got some corn, chicken, some heat bills, some transportation, some helping one another. But we so absorbed where I gotta get mine, and you just whatever you got, you get it on your own. I was telling somebody else earlier, it'll be a good thing if like say you had a job and y'all all had a job at the same place. Y'all lived in the same vicinity, and only one person got a car. Wouldn't it be smart enough to say, okay, instead of us taking these bus and giving this bus all our money, we'll give you $50 on some gas. That way we helping you out and you helping us out. you got 5 seats in your car that's empty anyway, and so we're gonna give you appreciative offering for getting the damn back. We're gonna give you $50. Now you done helped yourself out, and you done help other folks out. But no, everybody want to do everything on their own, and so now everybody else out of the pocket. Where it used to cost you, it could have cost you $50 to get to work, but because you want to be on your own, now it's costing you $150.
Well, you know what? That's not a bad idea for actually a real job. Just get a nice large-sized van, you know, with 3 rows or whatever, and in your community, just put up, we'll drive, we'll commute you from your home to the front door of your work, Monday through Friday, and here's your time options. So let's say, you know, you could do it all throughout the day, like make 2 runs in the morning, a couple runs in the afternoon. That's not a bad deal, man.
Yep.
Hey, I wanted to say before I forget, 808 Yo Ho Joe wants to hear more about the Hydro Collider.
Oh, okay. Well, the Hydro Collider, we only know what they say they do. And if what they say they do is true, it should be alarming to everybody. Because the Hydro Collider, according to them, the magnets and the magnets that they have has so much magnet power that is greater than our magnetic sphere in Earth, and so that right there should be alarming because of the energy that it's producing. That's 3-4 times greater than the magnetic field of Earth. And then they said that they're bashing this energy and this force with particles that's making a big bang that what created Earth in the past. Okay, a question that should be in people's mind. Okay, you bashing all these particles. What you trying to make an Earth underground? Why are you trying to create what created Earth unless you're trying to make another Earth underground? And then they say,
we figured out how deep to make it, how exactly the circumference it needed to be. And here's the thing is that whatever we know and we think we know and think we figured out, we don't know nothing.
Right, we only know what they tell us.
The people that look into it. I go to work. The CEO, the owner of my company, his dad was a physicist, you know, and I was like, have you ever heard of CERN? No. I mean, hey, you know what? People at work, you ever hear of CERN, D-Wave computer? No, what is that? So most of the people don't even look into it or even care. So when there's people like, you know, E-Man or me or Darkstone or anybody else that actually looks into it, they're going to give us enough to give us something to chew on. But it ain't gonna fill us, and they're not going to tell us everything.
Well, of course why would they? Why would they tell you? Now they did say they can pull stuff out of dimensions and all that other bullcrap, but why would they tell you?
That's my point, though, man. They gave us just enough to chew the bone on, but to me, for anybody that's not really, that don't know about CERN or D-Wave, I mean, to bring that up and go, this is what CERN is saying they're doing, and they're bringing things out of another dimension. And for them just to look at you, go like, look up their site, whatever, and walk away, and then get on the phone and talk about, have you seen the new television show coming out? It's my favorite one. I'm like, I can't even handle it. I gotta go take a walk.
Well, like anything, they have more than one reason, and they're doing more than one thing with these big projects. Like any thing we see, 9/11 whatever. It's not just one reason, it's multiple reasons. And, you know, I find it strange that it's built on, what is that, Abaddon, over in Cern, Switzerland, which was an ancient city that was supposed to be a gateway to hell. Now, if they're having these different openings for the Gossard Tunnel and different stuff like that that are full of paganism and symbolism, you know, that's on YouTube and wherever. You can look that up, the Gossard Tunnel opening. A lot of you guys probably know that. And you put these pieces together, it's like, it sounds like that's what they're doing. That's what they were trying to do with the Tower of Babel. They were trying to get up and break through the firmament or get up to heaven, whatever you want to believe on that. And they're doing it. They do it with technology today. They're trying to do it with technology.
They're trying to get it back to where we used to be. We're opening up the dimensions where now we're in a spiritual / natural world at the same time.
Yeah, they want to bring the fight to heaven before the unleashing, right? That's what they want to do. I think that NASA is just a huge part of it, just like Babylon was, in trying to break through to heaven. And we're paying billions of dollars for them lying to us of what they do to try to destroy and break through the firmament and get into heaven. They've been doing that since the beginning of time, man.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get us back to where we was all one. And what I mean is where they can get the information straight from the enemy, and they'd have been instructed to usher in the demonic entities in this realm. And the movie that really gives me chills is the movie Bird Box, where these entities was released in the atmosphere, and people was going crazy because they couldn't take what they see. But you had some people that had so much demonic in them that it didn't bother them. And so, what God's word said, that our eyes is a gate, our ears is a gate, our nose gate, our ear gate, our eye gate. We have the eyes is the window of the soul, and you have to watch what you watch and look at and hear and everything. Because have you ever, even I can say you smell too, because you can close your eyes and then see smooth, smell it, and almost taste it because it smells so good.
No, have you guys literally ever closed your eyes and just like if I'm laying down and I'm tired and I'll listen to something, you know, on YouTube or whatever, and I'll just close my eyes and lay there? I hear differently. What I hear isn't the same the way I hear when I'm watching it. I pick the words. They actually throw words in. Like I say, if let's say I'm watching a football game and I'm laying down and the commercials come on, I literally have to get up and look because I can't believe what I just heard. The words that they use sound very similar, but are not the words. They're like they'll put in words that you wouldn't even think that they would put in subliminally. And I'd be like, did they just say that? Over and over again. Try it. Seriously. I mean, the only time do that, because I don't really watch TV when I watch the football games or golf or something. Do that. Lay down during the Super Bowl. Just relax. Lay down. Not saying meditate. Don't freaking meditate. Lay down. Just relax. Get calm. Listen to it. When the commercials come on, you're going to be amazed at some of these words. I mean, they're not good words. And it fits into the kind of slogan or phrase that they're saying. And I'm like, no way. I can't believe they just said that. Because when your eyes are closed, your hearing enhances, right?
Right.
And so you actually are listening and not viewing, where the viewing and the hearing can contradict each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I would say to what you were saying before too is like 'cause I don't have TV, but what happens is I go into a friend's house or something and I'll watch TV. I'll see it, and it's only every couple months or whatever, few months. And what you don't notice, it's kind of like the same thing when you see your friend's kids only every 3-4 months. You can see them get bigger. You can see them grow. They say they work with them every day. They don't see them really get bigger like you do if you only drop in a couple times a year or whatever. And it's the same thing with me with TV. When I step into it and see it at somebody's house, I can see how it's getting worse and worse. It's like it's more fake. It's like, anything from I don't know. My buddy was watching football, and they had the commentator booth set up on the field, and it looked like it was right there. It was very convincing, but I was like looking a little harder, and I think that whole commentary booth was like CGI. It was like on a green screen with the field in the background. And not to mention like some of the commercials and stuff.
If you watch like Monday Night Football, right, with Al and Chris, right? Like before the game starts, they're like facing, like Al's on the left and Chris is on the right, and behind them is like you can see it's a screen. And then when they go to the game and they start doing it, all of a sudden they're still in the same position, but now the game's going on behind them. And I'm like, no, you know what? They probably said, you know what? We're not flying you all over the country every week. You guys don't have to do that. You just come down to the studio, put the screens up, and you watch the game and commentate. Why wouldn't they? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's probably, nothing wrong with it. Just don't lie. Don't lie about it.
Well, it's just most people don't notice that.
Commentating from watching it on TV, because even when they're at the game live, they're just watching the monitors anyway. So what does it even matter? Right?
Y'all didn't even tell me. I thought I changed that title. I just looked down there and seen it said voting live. I said, no, I gotta change the title.
Oh.
That voting live, I thought that was over. We showed in the Mandela Effect.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Evan, do you think that CERN is connected to the D-Wave and the Kindred? Do you think they're all linked together?
Oh yeah, of course. And Google is one of the primary investors because they have all the data.
So is NASA.
Yeah, I mean, and so we have given them all our information, and we continue to give them all the information. That's why it knows everything about us. And everybody said, "Well, I ain't on the grid." Oh yeah, you on the grid. If you ever been on the internet, you on the grid. Because www, what I've come to find out, is an acronym of the number 666. And so we all been baited with this technology we use it, and it has some good aspects in it, but we have to still put it into what context that it belongs in, because what happens is we can unintentionally start worshiping and don't even realize it. And how I mean it, I had to catch myself. Every time I need an answer, I say, let's Google it. Like, Google is a god. What's a phone?
How did they even come up with that name? Do we know what that name means? I don't.
I know what they're saying now that Google is. I don't ever remember the Google company being called Alphabet. I know that's a new thing that now Google is owned by this company called Alphabet, and I don't remember ever having heard. Now it may be true, but that's what's been going around the last year and a half, that Google has been owned by this company called Alphabet.
Let's see.
And so, and we all do it. We didn't trust Google with everything in our lives. I don't even remember numbers no more because I utilize the technology to believe that it's gonna be there for me when I need it. You know, we done put all our photos on the cloud. We done put all our numbers in the cloud. Yeah, it's convenient. But with our convenience, what are we giving up? Are we worshiping a golden calf without even subliminally, without even knowing it? Because every time I hear somebody ask a question, first thing they say, "Did you Google it?" Like Google has all the answer.
You know, I noticed a couple things about looking stuff up right from Wikipedia and Google. Like, some of those facts are wrong. I don't know if they're slowly changing things. I mean, I know they are, but I normally don't go to the main screen internet to get facts, you know, like cold hard facts, like how many mammals are there in the sea or something like that. But I think they're changing a lot of that stuff too from when I was in school.
Well, listen to this. How did Google get its name? You know, that's the old one, right? Googol.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the mathematician, one of the founders, Edward Kasnar, asked his nephew, who was 9 years old at the time, to invent a name for the number 1 with 100 zeros written after it, and the nephew chose the name Google. I can't even comprehend what the. I don't understand the question. How did the 9-year-old know what to do?
That fast.
I don't understand that.
With a 1 and a whole lot of zeros, huh?
And from that came Google.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that beeping?
Smoke alarm. I'm frying me some bologna.
Nice.
Frying me some bologna with my
How does that even make any sense? Hey, go ask your son right now, E-Man. Hey, son, I'm going to rename my YouTube channel. I want you to write a 1 with all the zeros behind it, and let's see what it comes out to.
I'm like, Daddy, I thought you lost your mind already, but now I know you lost your mind. Man, I don't know. I like
that bologna, man.
I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know. I like
that was hilarious, dude. Your alarm's going off, smoke alarm, and your page is saying, "Wake up." It's like an alarm clock.
Yeah, buddy, but I enjoyed you all tonight, and I'm sorry that we made it, we made it have as many people on as we would have liked, but I like to have these kind of shows where we can just talk for a minute. We all need to let some out of our skin or be able to express ourselves and a way to just wind down. And so, I don't know. I know y'all want to keep hearing my spoke detector.
Wave a towel in front of it.
Hey, wave that towel.
Tell the truth. Your baked bologna is done. You're like, shutting it down.
Right. I want to eat my hot. I don't like cold bologna. Used to taste good to me, but for some reason when you cook it and you get that little burnt crisp on the head,
Uh-huh.
it tastes way better.
Melt some cheese on it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing, but I put some cheese on it and wave that towel, little boy. That's the one. That's the smoke alarm upstairs going on. I like that kind of smoke alarm where they all interconnected with one another, and they don't need batteries. They hardwire into the electricity. Only thing I hate about that is though, you can't turn them off.
You're gonna hear the fire trucks pull up in a minute, E-Man.
Well, yeah, I know. But I enjoyed you all, and I'm sorry for that beeping noise. And everybody have a blessed day. I'm gonna try to pray over this smoke detector. It seems like it don't want to stop. Father God, I thank you for email. Lord, I'm about to say thank you for me. Lord, just I lost my mind. Thank you for me and everybody that's on the panel and everybody that came into the live stream and to express whatever they was going through and keep us and give us some joy and laughter and keep us under your will and under your power. And we praise you and we love you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And so, this beeping is getting on my nerve now. And so,
thanks for having us on, E-Man.
Yeah. And I'll catch you all later. And thank y'all for coming, man. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. All right.